गुरुजी, गुरुजी को प्रणाम, गुरुजी की प्यारी संगत को जय गुरुजी. I have never done satsang. This is the first time. So Guruji, if I make a mistake, please forgive me. It's very hard for me to tell you since when I am connected with Guruji. I feel I have been connected with him from years. But I started going to Guruji's Mandir about 6 years back. And before that, all of you must have heard of Guruji's Chota Mandir. My office was right there in the Empire State Building where Guruji's Mandir was. I used to be there from 8 in the morning till 8 in the night. I had not heard of Guruji. I was just 2 minutes away from the mandir. I had not heard of him. And till today I keep telling Guruji, Guruji, I was so close to you. And you never called me to your mandir. I mean, I feel my life would have been totally different if I had met Guruji. I still can't, get over that fact. Guruji, why did you not call me to Mandir? Anyways, whenever it's meant to be, it happens. I had heard about Guruji from a friend of mine. And what she narrated was, Guruji ka mandir hai, wahan jhula hai, wahan kutiya hai, they give you prasad, you have to eat it, if you don't eat it, things go wrong with you. I heard her out, and I forgot about it. I didn't really take her seriously. 3 months later, again another friend of mine mentioned about Guruji's mandir, and I said, I have to go and check this place out. So one day, I just took the car and drove off to the mandir. It's about 25 kilometers from our house. When I went there, I just cannot put it into words what I felt. I said, where have I come? And I missed out coming to this place and I was told 3 months back. I came home. I was a totally different person. I'm a very hyper-tense person. I was calm, I was peaceful, I was happy. And my family was wondering what's wrong with mom, where did she go today? I said, where did you go today? I've never seen you like this. So I told them about the mandir and I said, would you like to come? Each one of them said, as my daughter said, no, you go to your mandir, we are happy. So I told my husband, come with me once. If you like it, fair enough. If you don't, I'll never tell you to. That's how our journey, going to Guruji's mandir began. We started going to the mandir. We used to go 2 times in a week, and Thursdays and Sundays. So I wanted to do seva there. So I used to go near the Jal seva counter and go and sit there. I went and said, Uncle, give me seva. He says, आप तो अभी नए हो, यहाँ तो लंबी लाइनें लगी हैं सेवा के लिए. So we'll talk about it later. I was that stubborn person. I would every Thursday and Sunday go and sit there on the counter. He would look at me, smile, and walk away, the coordinator. This happened for months, and then one fine day he says, okay, Aunty, you can do seva on Thursdays. God, that was the day. And I said, thank you, Guruji. So I did Guruji's Jalse for a couple of years. And one day when I was taking in the Samadhi, I said, Guruji, we don't get time, even not more than a minute, to be in your Samadhi. I want Samadhi Seva. I don't know what to say, it just came out. 2 days later, one auntie walks up to me and says, we need people for Samadhi Seva. Auntie, are you ready to do it? And I feel so blessed. We get a couple of hours to spend in the Samadhi. After coming to Guruji, I've realized every day is a new satsang. So Guruji is with us at every step. Every little thing is Guruji, and it just happens. Just have to take his name and it happens. I'll narrate a very small satsang, I won't take too much of your time. This is a couple of years back. My niece was getting married in Canada. I had Canadian visa, but my US visa had expired. So I was writing to the embassy for appointment. They said, we have a backlog, we cannot give you an appointment for 2 months. My parents were to travel with me, of course they had their visas. And I wasn't even getting an appointment. What do? I had my tickets in hand, I was to travel in the month of June. And my parents landed in Delhi. What do? They have to travel with me, the first grandchild's wedding, they are depending on me. So I told my daughter, there's only one way out. We are not giving this appointment. Let's go to the embassy. We go to the US embassy, and they're very strict there. So the lady asked me, do you have an appointment? I said, no. She said, move off. Without an appointment, you can't go in. She asked her to move from there. So I crossed the road, waiting on the other side. I don't know, I just kept waiting. My daughter said, Mom, let's go home. There's no point wasting time. Now you can't go to the wedding. Nani have to travel alone. I said, just hold. I kept waiting there for about 20 minutes, and suddenly across the road I see a gentleman, absolutely fair, bald, coming out of the embassy. I told my daughter, let's go towards him and ask him for help. She says, you must be out of your senses. You want to make a fool of yourself? Go. He looks like a tour operator. I said, Ritika, I'm going. She said, you want to go? I'm not walking with you. Just go make a fool of yourself and come. I don't know what happened. I just walked across the road, went to him. I said, I just saw you coming out of the embassy. I have to travel the day after. I don't have visa. He must have thought I'm nuts. He really must have thought. I said, can you help me? He says, no. I said, you got to do something. This is my ticket. I have to travel the day after. He smiled at me. He said, I'll try. He went back. 5 minutes later, I hear my name on the loudspeaker, Putnam Singh. The file literally fell out of my hand. And the paper scattered all over. My daughter's looking at me, I'm looking at her. What has happened? We charged. Every counter we went to, people knew my name. I was absolutely shocked what's happening. Anyway, we went for the interview. He says, okay, asked me a couple of questions. He asked my daughter a couple of questions. And then he says, you can come back a week later. I said, no, not a week later. I need it tomorrow. I mean, you just imagine his expression. He says, tomorrow? I said, yeah, here's my ticket. I was carrying my ticket. I have to travel there after. He smiled at me. Said, okay, come tomorrow morning. Okay, next day I get my visa. But before that, I said, I have to find this gentleman and thank him. I went all over looking for him in the embassy. The person didn't exist. Who was it? Guruji. So there's so many things happening every day in our lives which we don't realize. Don't you think so? So I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know. I'm not able to speak also. So thank you, Guruji, and I'm really feel blessed that I could come to your Mandir here. Thank you, Guruji.